Hello YouTube, welcome to the channel, Anna Bella. And as Bramble eats his chicken tea just there, we are going to be looking at my art part 6, and today I'm going to be focusing on framing, because one of the reasons that can improve and actually make art better is the kind of frame that you use to frame it. Now, as you can see here, these two are mixed media pieces. I've used card and different coloured papers with them, and I've given them silver frames, and I actually think that they look absolutely fantastic as landscapes. And this one is especially good because when you take it out, the light actually goes through it, which kind of makes it nice. And then there's this one as well. There's this one here that was not made by me, it was made by a work colleague. And this one actually has no frame at all. Well, it does have a frame, but it's just a glass frame, and it actually allows you to see the whole of the picture. This is one of my Doctor Who ones. Yes, it's not art, I know, and it is slightly wonky, but I've put a black piece of cardboard around the back, and I've got to straighten it up, but when it is straight and symmetrical, it will look stunning in that frame. This one was way more successful because it is actually straight, but I've used a black piece of card as a background because the actual artwork itself doesn't cover, but from a distance you actually can't tell. And the purple actually complements the red. I didn't want a red frame because that would make it too red, but the purple actually enhances the blue and it enhances the red. Then we have got, yes, move out of the way. We have got, this is one of my art therapy art pieces, and I've stuck it in this black frame. This is the mount, which is white, but it actually makes it stunning. You've got none of the problems of what to do with the edges, like this one might have here. So it's slightly uneven and you've got to keep evening it up. But that looks absolutely stunning. Then there's this one, which is a watercolour portrait of Bramble, who is no longer eating his food. Bramble sitting in the window, but as you can see, purely by having its frame, probably by framing this piece of art, actually enhances it, and from a distance it even makes it better. And then you can do the same with photos. Now, believe in your selfie. I picked a particularly special moment. This is when I was at Birmingham to see 30 Seconds to Mars. Yeah, I know, I'm never going to shut up about that. And I got this nice cool liquidy jelly / glittery frame, and it works really well, and I think that's quite fun to do. And then I really went for bargain basement, just a simple frame, £1.75, and I actually think that's quite cool. Actually, that is just so elegant, you know, and it stands up by itself, and the moment is preserved for all time. There are other ways of doing so. This one is quite cool. It's actually got confetti inside from the actual performance. It also features my VIP band and the standing area band that I wore, because that's the yellow one. And then there's the photo itself, and then there's part of the concert ticket, which I actually cut just so I could have that. Date, time, where I was, and everything, and the photo itself. And it's not just black. I actually used some of the card that came with it as a mount, just to add some variety, but it's quite fun. And it's always like, yay! Yeah, I know, it's very similar to the glittery one, I know, but actually it is quite fun. So, and you can do the same. It's the same with photos as is prints and artworks. Framing is really important. Try it out. Have a go. You might think a piece of artwork is actually rubbish. Stick it in a frame and suddenly it takes on a quality of its own, and it really does enhancing it just by putting it in a frame. You will know if the frame works or not. Try it out and see. I recommend black, and it doesn't have to be expensive. This one was only £1.75. You know, for a £1.75 frame, that is pretty good going. Obviously, you have to have a decent photo. Photography is slightly different, but it's still the same. And it's the same with art. Just try it out and have a go. Think what you would think. Think about what colours would go best with it. I chose this black one purely because I wanted to enhance the purple at the back, to actually make that stand out rather than the flower. because if the background stands out, it pushes the flower out. And with this one, we went with wood because Bramble was actually sitting on wooden windowsill, and we felt that it would actually make the background stand out. Because Bramble is black, very often you can't see him very well, but by having the background stand out, it made the curtain stand out, which made the cat stand out and his little blue blanket stand out and the windowsill and ledge stand out. So try it, have a go and see what's best. I recommend black cardboard and white card. Yeah, it's just sugar card to help you at the back for it, and it's dead easy to do. Just have a go. So framing. So this is my art part 6, framing. Please like, comment and subscribe. And yes, framing photos is an art, as is framing your artworks and prints.